if you are still struggling to make some consistent daily gains trading the forex market, make sure you do not skip this video. What we're doing today is going to give you an easy blueprint to follow if you're someone who wants to actually make money trading the forex market every single day. What happens is so many are not able to identify simple market dynamics because we don't know exactly what direction the market is going in. So what we're doing in today's video is simply teach you how to identify trends on the market and how to also take advantage of them to take some trades and make some money for yourself. Basically understanding that you can miss out on a trade and still be able to find amazing entry. There is actually a thing called continuation trades where you are able to jump in on a trade even when the market has already moved away from your particular direction by simply scaling down to the lower time frame and then finding amazing entries on there. If you're new to this channel, my name is KOMMONFOREX and this is my YouTube channel which seeks to help anyone who is out to make money on the forex market but is finding it difficult to do so. If you are a returning subscriber, all I want from you is simply like this video, share with as many struggling traders as you know as possible. Also leave a comment on whatever you learn from this video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. We are still growing. We're very close to hitting 13,000 active subscribers. We are looking to hit 20k before the year ends. So basically, one thing a lot of traders actually miss out on is understanding the market trend. What direction is the market going in? That's what you always need to find out every single time. That's the first thing you should actually identify when you open the charts. Gold has been in an uptrend and it's actually been consolidating in the all-time high range. So you've seen in so many of my videos, I literally always, come down to the lower time frame to find my trades. I don't want to risk as much and I'm basically looking for day trading setup, so I want to make as fast money as possible. So if you look down here, you can clearly see that I've had a trend line which allowed me to draw this inner trend line as well, which had my first touch here, second touch here, and then the third touch was actually on Monday. I was in a sell right after I got this particular rising wedge on this chart. I think I even sent out the signal to the community. So we made some quick profits on Monday, then it reversed on us, but you can see that this reversal was valid, which is why I always give updates and tell each one of us to exit our trades when I realize that the market is actually not going to go in the direction I expected to go in. So literally all that happened was the reversal we got on our gold was basically because of the third touch we had here. So all I mean by a trend line is that if I see a trend forming, I basically always wait for a second point, then I just draw a trend line connecting both points. So I just connect these 2 points, then I just extend my trend line into the future as you've seen clearly here. What does it mean? It means that I basically wait for a third touch on this particular trend line. Once I get my third touch, I wait for my entry criteria to be satisfied in here, giving me my confirmation. Once that happens, it means that I basically now take a buy after my confirmation, stop loss right at the bottom of the range, then I target say the market's all the way up there. So basically this is what I expected to also happen in here as well. You can clearly see right on the third touch we got a strong bullish engulfing which would have enabled us to take our buy in here, and then our stop loss right at the bottom of the range. It was quite a lot for the stop loss, but your target should always be more than what you are risking. If you find a setup that you realize that you have to risk more than what you normally risk for that particular setup and you're not comfortable with reducing your lot size, simply just ignore the setup and come back later. There's nothing wrong with that. So right after plotting our risk to reward, this is what happened. Smash that final take profit on it during that particular day as well. So this was on Monday. Like I said, we took some short-term sells on it, then it reversed on us, but I came back into this and then I made some money on it, but I wasn't able to send the signal to the free community as well. Still, let me show you how you could have easily come back into this particular position again, even when you missed out on the initial one here, or risk reward for the initial one was too much for you. You could have just waited for a pullback. Also, in my very last video, I talked about how to easily trade pullbacks. So basically means that I just wait and see if this particular setup is going to actually start dropping from here. So once I see a 25% reversal, what I do next is I now bring in my Fibonacci tool to just mark out the move from here to here. Then I wait and see if the retracement is going to drop onto my 50%, my 61.8 or my 78.6. If it hits any of those particular key levels, what I'm going to do next is now I'm simply going to wait for my entry criteria to be fulfilled again. So you realize that it eventually hits our 50%. Eventually we get this strong bullish candle giving us this morning star consolidating right along our 50%. So what do? We bring our risk to reward again. So we jump in here. Now at least you don't have to risk as much, so your stop loss you can place it exactly on the 61.8, which is less than 40 pips. Let's say you want to be realistic with your trade, so you are just targeting the 0% up there, which is about 80 pips. So 1:2, you're risking less than 40 pips for over 80 pips. Simply, this is how it goes from there. You realize that you eventually, this is basically on the 15 minutes time frame, you eventually hit your final take profit. You've made over 80 pips. You can close your trades, come back and look for another setup again. That's how basically I always trade. That's why I said it's an easy way you can actually make money every day. On Tuesday morning, right around 4 a.m. was when I actually also caught this setup. So basically meant that we're literally seeing another pullback on Tuesday. So you can clearly see that we had another move on here. If you wake up on Tuesday morning, you can also clearly see that you have another move on here and then pullback. You want to see how far or how deep this pullback runs before it eventually moves to the upside. How do you catch or trade your pullbacks? Fibonacci again. So we bring our Fibonacci from this point to the end of the move. Then we wait to see if we're actually going to get a confirmation. So on Tuesday morning, this is what I saw on Tuesday morning. This was where the market was. Now we are waiting to see if it will give us a confirmation on any of our key Fibonacci levels. So you realize that it finally runs to tap on the 78.6. It was around 5:15 a.m. and I sent out the signal. Long positioning here, stop loss right at the bottom of the range. I think my stop loss was somewhere here because I didn't want to stress. Eventually, I was targeting the market to go all the way up here because we didn't have any fundamentals on that particular day. Basically means that we didn't have any major news that was going to affect the direction that the market was going to go on Tuesday, which was yesterday. And when I talk of fundamentals, let me take this quick time to tell you guys about Fastbull. It's a major platform you can use for your fundamental and technical analysis. They now have their own chart analysis platform. So you can basically get your economic calendar in here. When you go to Fastbull, just create your account, log in. I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comments. So you now come to products, you have charts in the products, you also have the economic calendar. So if you want to get the economic calendar, you just simply click on economic calendar. It shows every single news item. You can actually edit it to look however you want it to look by just coming to the filters and doing your edit. Focus on the currencies you trade, whatever instruments, whatever importance. If you want only high impact news, you can just do that as well quickly here. Focus on only the high impact news. Whatever instruments you trade, you can also take on those instruments as well. Time zone you want your news to be in. If you want your news to be in daily, whatever. If you trade stocks, everything is here for you. You can easily focus on that particular news as well. You can easily focus on them. Then we also have the chart function. Do your technical analysis on this particular chart. The chart function is also free for life. Basically free forever. Whatever instrument you wish to trade, you can easily open it on here. Edit your chart to look exactly however you want it to look by just going to your settings, change the background to look however you want it to look. If you don't want your instruments to show and you want to see just the chart, you can also have just the chart on here. Basically doing all your analysis. Connect your trading account to this platform as well. If you want to create a demo account on here, all can be easily done by simply using the link I'm going to leave in the pinned comments. So many amazing templates you have. Whatever indicator you wish to trade with, you can also find it in here easily. And then there's also the economic calendar to help you with your fundamental analysis. Make your trading as easy and as straightforward as possible for yourselves. Let's get back to the video. So right on the screens, basically taking our trades right here. Like I said, there was no fundamental that day, so we're much more calm yesterday. You realize that normally when we are in a trade and the trade goes into drawdown when it's reversing, I normally issue directives asking you guys to leave or exit your trading positions. I didn't do anything like that yesterday because I literally knew the trade was supposed to go in our favor. So now basically entry price in here, stop was right at the bottom of the range. Then this is what we got right after that. So we had an initial, we made about 50 pips on our trades. Then we started spotting our pullbacks again, another pullback happening on here. One candle just brought it back down to our entry. Basically looking at the low over here to see if the market has actually been here previously. If you come all the way back, you can clearly see that the market has actually danced around this region. So I'm now using that place as now a new support to see if I can actually add another position after getting a confirmation on there. So consolidated along here a bit. We still had our stop loss in place. Then it eventually went all the way up for us. So right after seeing this strong candle is one of the easiest ways you can actually add positions to your trades. You already have a position running which you've taken partials because it was the initial, TP. The initial take profit, which was about 50 pips. You've already hit that because looking at the structure, that was our TP1. We already made our initial TP, so we took those profits out and then we held the remainder of our positions. You can now easily come and add another position, which was the previous one that you've already closed already. And this is what happened right after. Strongly bought again from there. Then it's actually started pulling back again. So once you start seeing the pullback, what do? You simply apply the same rules in trading pullbacks. Just bring your Fibonacci in there and wait and see how it's actually going to react. Then you can now make your decision from there if it gives you a confirmation, like I said. So strong candle close up here again. What does it mean? you can easily add another position in here. After closing the second profit you made from the second position, you easily added, risking less than 30 pips for this particular setup. Then what do you get from there? We had already made over 180 pips from our trading positions already. Saw another pullback. So right at the pullback, I wanted to now see if I could now have another trend line in here to catch this particular pullback to the upside. So this is now my first touch. My second touch is this point. Then I just extend into the future. You clearly see that the market now hits it for my third touch in here. So once it hits my trend line for my third touch, what do I wait for? I just wait for my confirmation after here. So it runs through, comes back, pulls back up. Then the next candle is this strong bullish engulfing. Right after this bullish engulfing, entry price, stop loss, right in a support. Then let's see, this is a new trade entirely you are adding to it. So you're adding position in here. But like I said, we want to see if you will eventually get our final take profit, which is another 200 pips we are targeting from this trading position. So right from here, this is what happened right from here. Eventually hitting our final take profit early hours of midnight. We have CPI coming later in the day, and I want to be sure on the data before I take any trades. I don't want to be in any trade and the data comes and it just takes the markets the other way. It's just stressful. So to trade fundamentals, it's always best to wait for the data to come. Then you can now use the data to do your analysis to take your trades from there. So that is basically all for the day. Understand how to take your trades, understand how to make your trading decisions on the market by simply making sure you understand the trend first. Once you have the trend in play, you are much more calm when taking your trades. Basically, like I said, it followed your trade criteria. You can see I use market structure, break retest. I also use my Fibonacci to catch my pullbacks, and then I use a trend line to catch the third pullback as well. So that's basically all for the day. I hope this video was extremely helpful. And before I leave, I want to announce to you first time that I've opened slots for my September session. We ended our August session successfully, and in the space of less than a week, these are some of the results we got from our mentees who took part in that particular session. Told you it was going to be a life-changing session, and by popular request, I decided to open another one for the month of September as well. Happening on the 21st, the 22nd, 28th, as well as 29th. Regardless of the geographical location, you get to be a part of this class because, like I said, it's not a pre-recorded session. It's actually a live Zoom mentorship session. So you get to ask me all your questions, whatever concerns you have as it pertains to trading psychology, risk management, my entry and an exit criteria, my day trading, swing trading techniques for gold, my scalping techniques for gold. For $120, you get to be a part of this life-changing mentorship session. Simply use the link I'm going to leave in the description of this video to register and then reserve your slot. Sign up for this session and change how you view the market. So if you like this video, if you like everything about this video, if you want me to make more content like this, make sure you like this video. Also make sure you leave in the comment section whatever thing you learned from this video, anything new, any concept you felt was very life-changing for you in this video. Simply leave it in the comment section. Make sure you don't leave without liking this video. Make sure you don't leave without subscribing to this channel and then turning on the post notifications so you don't miss any of my YouTube updates. You want to follow me on my socials, KOMMONFOREX on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Telegram, and on X as well. Also use the link in the description to join my trading community on Telegram. We have a few subscribers more to hit 16,000 active subscribers on there. Feel free to use the link in my description to sign up with my recommended broker with the best trading conditions, tightest price, instant deposits and withdrawals, as well as 24/7 customer service. As always, I'm KOMMONFOREX, and I hope I left you better than I found you. See you all in the next one. Call me a